And here we go. Welcome, everybody. It's Dr. Hank, and this is Mastermind Magnets. And this is where us real estate agents get across the nation, connect with each other, have some amazing, we exchange referrals, we have exclusive lead programs. In fact, a little bit later, we're going to talk about one of our most popular lead programs that's just a lot of heart in it and you'll literally just about every lead you get will close with you, buyers, sellers, a continuous flow for the rest of your career. So we're going to talk about that too. And so you're just going to love this. And again, any questions you have, comments that you have, please bring them on, if you will. And so we'll start on I'm going to give a recap about the world, the economy, and for us to be chosen as agents, for us to be really respected and to be the knowledge agent, if you will, that I'm going to give you all the information you need. You really don't ever need to watch the news, watch anything. I'm going to give you the updated information, hot off the press, for you about the economy, about COVID, about real estate, and what all this is doing will help you identify which niches that you want to pursue, what things you like best, and it'll explode your business. I literally, on Saturday, we have a live event. We have it once a month since COVID. We used to have it every week, sometimes a couple times every week. And because of COVID, now we're meeting once a month, and we love getting together. So if you can get to Dallas, the Dallas area, I would suggest you do it. Our next one will be on the 19th, Saturday on the 19th of November, but it's a rocket time. We had a rocket time. And we had some agents saying that that were in attendance, that they're making so much money, they're having a hard time counting it all. And we had another agent that said they have so much business, they needed to hire an assistant to be able to do an Excel report to put all the business on there and make sure they understand that how it is. So there's lots of business out there, and this is the place. Mastermind Magnets is the place to do it. And for those of you that don't know, I'm Dr. Hank, and I'm a mental scientist. And so I'm a head doctor. I've had people that have coach with other people and have said like, oh, they're really good in business, or they know their business, but they don't understand the mindset and how important their mindset is. And so I have it both. I have the mindset, and I also know real estate. And so we and my agents have done over $4 billion worth of real estate, and it's all waiting for you as well. So we're going to do an overview, and then we're going to talk about a leads program, and actually Teresa and I will discuss that. And Teresa is really the master and created this amazing leads program, exclusive lead programs. All of this is free. And then we're going to actually open it up to all of you. And so anything that what's working, what isn't, what challenges that you have. And we're here for answers and solutions. So we're going to give you answers and solutions to all the things that you're looking for. And so let's first of all start out with, I'm going to share with you the 2 keys in finishing the rest of the year strong. And believe it or not, we're already talking about how to have a fast start in 2021. And so I would really write down this information. If you want a soft copy, I can email it to you. Just contact me at drhank@drhank.biz, and I can send all of this information. But I really would suggest what you do during this our mastermind together is I'd write it down, the aha points, or, oh, that's a good point, and I want to know that. And by doing so, then afterwards, I'd like you to review that, kind of take away on what are you going to do? What's the inspired step to help you to take your business to the next level and to take your life to the next level? So the 2 ways to really take off here for the rest of the year, have the best next like 5 months that you've ever had. And then in 21, I guarantee you it's going to be your best year ever, as long as, again, you attend this and you come to our Thursday meeting where we outline all the lead programs. And I actually have my own one-on-one coaching now that I've gone back to because people have said, hey, I need that. And so we've been having some amazing success with all of that as well. But the 2 points are knowing exactly what is happening in the market and what consumers are looking for. So when you're aware of that, and you're going to be given that information today, and so when you're aware of that, because the number one reason why, in fact, the top 3 considerations when selecting an agent, the number one reason to select you is your relevant expertise about the world, about real estate, about your specific market. So knowing exactly what's happening in the marketplace, you're going to get all that here. And then the second one, for each of you to make a commitment, because I can give you the best lead programs, the best training, the best mindset. I can give you all of that, but it's up to you to make a commitment. And I'd like you to make a commitment right now. And again, I want you to write this down. Make a commitment to be the knowledge agent. So think about the knowledge agents. It's the number one reason why people will select you. And you're going to see that on social media, when you connect with people via phone, etc., that you're going to be able to pick up easy conversations. You're going to have the knowledge because you are the knowledge agent. So again, write that down. And and then maybe say something like, I love being the knowledge agent. You know, I love being the expert in my field. And that will guarantee you success while not only finishing 2020, but having your best 2021. So let's get started and talk about this. Really, it's exciting news, and real estate is the happening thing. First of all, about the economy. So some people say, oh, the economy is so bad, you know, lost so many jobs, et cetera. Well, we're already out of the recession. And so again, most people don't know the news only focuses typically on the bad, the unwanted, whatever. And so these are the data. We're out of the recession. The S&P 500 reached an all-time high last week and has increased by 51% since March. And by the way, we have ways for you to have stock. There's only a few different brokers in America that offer stock. And stock is the way people become millionaires and billionaires. So we give you a choice of which broker you want, but we're here to really help you to not only build your business, but build your wealth and leave a legacy. And who's leading this economic recovery when we went into the worst recession and blah, blah, blah that we've ever had, who's leading that? Real estate. And so we are the ones that are part of it. Real estate is booming. And so know that also, and so this may be a niche now for you to think about, hey, what do I want to get into? But real estate is right now the top assets class again. And so what that means is investors are looking at real estate. They are running to real estate. And we have real estate programs set up from all around the country. And again, we have people from all around the country that, in fact, we have some people that are in Italy right now that are on it. So around the world, but mainly the US, that we can do this. But we literally have investment groups that you can be part of and join, and it'll build your real estate business. It can also start building your wealth and your investment portfolio. You don't need any money down, for this, but we specifically have targeted Texas as the place for investment. Austin is the number one market in the United States. DFW is close behind that. We also have California, and so anyways, we have different areas in the United States to be able to do this, and there are more real estate investors now and more investors looking at getting into real estate. So that may be one thing. Another thing to realize is 24% of the workforce now works from home. That's a 31% increase. So about a quarter of the people work from home. What does this tell you? That people are looking for more space, okay? They're looking, instead of big wide open areas, they want cut off smaller spaces to be in because they're on Zoom calls or whatever and don't want the interruptions. So you want to be thinking about, oh, they want more space and there's other trends, but all of this is for you to be aware. And when you're having conversations, I guarantee you some of the stuff is going to come up and you're going to have the answers. You're going to understand and help people, to guide people on whether they want to invest, whether they want to buy, whatever the case may be. So that's the economy. It is booming. We're leading the way. Real estate is booming. We have agents that are doing more business than they've ever done, and that started since February, since COVID. And the reason why is these changes simply mean opportunities for us. So think about, what are those opportunities? So let's go to other opportunities, changes in the world, COVID-19. First of all, many people are afraid. And so we just realized that most of us that are together here with this group, we're not afraid. We know that when we feel fear, and every time, by the way, any fear that you have, you don't feel good about that fear. And when you don't feel good, it's God's way of sharing with you. You're not thinking about this as I am. And so again, anytime you have fear, it's not appropriate. It's not the right thing to fear, because there literally is nothing to fear. And so we have taken that, but we want to honor other people. So most people are in fear, and safety is a big concern. So we want to honor them on where they are. We allow people to be who they are, have their opinions, and that's just great. And but at the same time, for us to realize that the odds of us dying is like the odds of us dying if we go to work or if we go to school or wherever we're going to, that we're going to die. In other words, 99.995% of us are just fine. This is not even the top 1 or 2 worst pandemics we've ever had. In fact, the worst pandemic is 20 times worse than what this is. And so, in fact, actually it's 10 times, I'm sorry, the avian flu was 10 times worse than the corona. The H2N2 flu was 25% worse than corona. So this really isn't as bad as it's portrayed. But again, we want to honor other people, and you want to make sure you're not afraid. You want to go out and be able to do the things that you want to do and live your life to have this abundant life. Christ said, I give you life and I give you life abundantly. And most people are sitting there saying, where's this abundant stuff? And it's right here with all of us. And then 1/3 of the U.S. is experiencing some fairly extreme stress, anxiety, and greater sadness. That makes me sad just thinking about it. And versus like the United Kingdom is only at 26%. So we have really revved it up with social media and with the TV, because whatever your thoughts are, your thoughts become things. And so fear will cause cancer and disease and all kinds of things. And so good news, there's always solutions, always answers. There's 135 vaccines in preclinical. There's 20 testing safely vaccines, and there's actually 2 vaccines that have been approved for early or limited use. So we already are getting, solutions, if you will, to appease many of the people that they feel that, hey, I need a vaccine to protect myself, and that's great. And so we have vaccines. So to be aware of that, again, I wouldn't bring those topics up, but if they do bring up topics of that just be empathetic with them. And so if they're afraid, you understand that, but don't buy into that fear. And so you want to lead. You're the leader. You're the servant leader. And I just, I posted maybe 2 days ago, but I have this great, I walk every day a couple of miles. And in front of this church is Christ kneeling down, washing the feet. And it's just an amazing photo. And on the sign that is near, it's called servant leadership. And so all of us are servant leaders. So we want to lead people to feel better. We want to help them to experience the American dream. So the next topic that we have, and again, I'd be taking notes on this and just to, what resonates with you and what do you want to use to give comfort to other people. And then the other thing, hot topic that's going on is protests and reform. And so just last night, we did kind of a test run, if you will, but we are doing a national panel again. We do this every couple of weeks with the national experts around the nation that really know about, understand, the police where they are, understand the communities where they are. And we're really looking, we went and, first in our initial meetings, we were just looking for what's going on, let's understand this. And it really goes back, throughout hundreds of years on all of this and how police are and some incredible stories. But this Thursday, on August 27th, if you're interested, at 6:30 Central Time, we're having Pathway for Reconciliation. So we're literally coming up with some solutions. We have some labor people on there that represent police, and they really, they're cool because they understand that a lot of this culture and the way police are. But once again, we're going to be able to seek answers and solutions and equality for all. And that's one of the reasons why our souls are here, is three main reasons, and one of them is more freedom. And we certainly want to provide more freedom for them. And so now we're again kind of focus bracketing this, kind of looking at the world, understanding that, hey, everything is great and getting better. And now we're going to get into real estate. And so the strongest monthly gain of sales of existing homes ever just happened, and twice the prior record. So existing homes are just booming. U.S. existing home sales rose 24.7% in July from June and grew to 1.2 million. And there's about 2 million agents. About 1.2 million agents are actually really active doing something. So about every agent on average had one closing. Active agent had one closing last month. And so hopefully you have. I have agents that have done 5 to 8 closings just last month, and so can you. The housing market is past the recovery phase now, and it's into the booming stage. So this is all fact and data. And again, I have all kinds of data if you want the backup of all that, but know that we are booming. And so you just realize that, hey, that real estate's booming, I'm booming, and so let's go and let's make this happen. First-time home buyers accounted for 34% of sales in July. So what does this tell you? And I was working with an agent on yesterday, and they were looking at what niche do they want to get in, and they're a millennial. And I said, hey, why don't you, since you're a millennial, you'll be able to get along well with millennials, and so why don't you use that as one of your niches? And so again, first-time home buyers, typically millennials, 34%. So 1/3 of the business was done by millennials. So it might be, hey, do you want to be, and if you're not a millennial, it doesn't matter. You can still help and serve millennials. And so be thinking about, hey, do I want to do that? Or do I want to do first-time home buyers? That's another opportunity for us. And millennials, just so you know, that it's the mid-20s to late 30s, and they're buying homes. And why? Because they're in the nesting stage, and they need more room for those kiddos. And so it's a great opportunity for us to be able to move forward with that as well. So housing starts. So this is new home builders, and this is one of our strategies, okay, is one of our lead programs is new home builders, and housing starts soared 22.6% in July from June. It's just incredible. New home sales make up 10% of the market. So out of all the sales, 10% are new homes, and which is a big number versus historically, and the average sales price is $384,000 for a new home. So think about, is my strategy going to be a new home builders? And literally, I'm meeting with a sales consultant right after this, that for a new home builder, and they want me to help them with some things. But I can help you to get into and be the preferred agent and get literally referrals for the rest of your careers from these new home sellers. And why would you want that? Well, The average sale in America, and again, this data you should be aware of and be able to, just have it flow off your tongue. The average sale of a home is higher than it's ever been now. It's $303,000. The average sale of a brand new home is $384,000. So which one do you want to do? Well, I'll make more money on the $384,000, and those buyers, you don't have to take them everywhere all over town. You can just take them to the new home builder, they pick it, and you're done with it. And so it's like the easy road, and it's definitely a niche that you may want to consider. And again, on Thursday, we'll share all the detail with those other ones that we have. 40% of buyers are buying a home sooner because of COVID-19. So again, we talked about the opportunities, and COVID slowed everything down. It increased. 40% of the buyers had actually increased their purchase rate. They say, hey, I want to do this, get in on my home, etc. Only 15% of buyers said that the pandemic slowed them down in their timeline. So there really isn't, this pandemic doesn't have too much. And we have virtual everything. We have virtual open houses, virtual showings. I can show you, I have actually 10 steps on how to do a virtual showing and open house, and we have just some amazing ways on doing all that. And again, I understand that this is a lot of data, but it's just, I would write it down, I would absorb it, and just think about, wow, these are the trends. This is what's going on now in my industry, and where am I going to take advantage of it? And then 68% of the homes sold in July sold in less than a month. So they're going on the market, and 68% of those homes are selling right away. So it is a seller's market. And some of us, have talked about, wow, maybe repossess homes, maybe we can, get into that, whole business. Well, banks repossessed 230 homes in 2018, okay, 230,000 homes in 2018. They repossessed 143,000 homes in 2019. So the trend is going down. And so far through July, there's only been 40,000 homes that have been repossessed. And why is that? We talked about that last time, but it's just not a hot market. So I would suggest you don't get into doing any of that, because banks aren't repossessing them at all. And then of course we have the lowest mortgage rate ever. And one thing to be able to connect with people right now, you can call literally anybody you know and say, hey, if you own a house or know somebody that owns a house and you want to refinance, that Fannie Mae is going to increase the charge. It's not the interest rate. They're just going to tack on another 0.5% cost. And that's going to cost you about $1,400. And so it's a great way to use your knowledge. It's effective September 1st. So if they get their application in here within the next week, they're going to save about $1,400. You're going to save them about $1,400. So pretty cool information on how you can really be the knowledgeable expert. And remember, that's the #1 strategy for you to really take off with your business. And so let's see. Consumers are now willing to pay for more space and outdoor features. And so just be thinking about, more space. They want more space. They can afford more space because interest rates are low. And then outdoors. So what does this mean? If you have buyers or sellers, doesn't matter, either one, that you can be sharing with them the focus on the outside in the backyard for the kids to play or whatever the case may be. And of course, people are moving out of the cities. Like New York City has just been devastated with this, that everybody's moving out. The housing pricings are plummeting, and the smaller cities, the suburbs are growing. So it's another strategy for you to think about, hey, where do I want to go? And then you want to know your neighborhood. And so, like, everybody should write this down, and I need to know my neighborhood and what's the median price increase of my neighborhood? How are the sales? What's the square footage of the neighborhood? That, just have all of this at the tip of your tongue, or write it down, have it available so you can at least look at your notes and do that. So that gives us a recap of, an overview of, hey, where are we, and basically where we are things are great and they're getting better. And with that mindset and with that knowledge and everything is supporting you, the whole economy is booming, real estate is booming, and it's great. So with that, I have a couple of new announcements. That number one, we have new agent training. And this new agent, so if you're a new agent, I personally think that every agent should watch this. We have the first video already done, and it's a series that really just is fantastic. It'll give you tips and some areas, and it's being led by one of our top agents in America, and that they know. And that person that knows is sitting right there, Teresa, that is doing that, and we thank her for that. And then just two other points, or I guess three, that I have started my coaching. So if you'd like to know more about my one-on-one coaching, I will take you to not only the moon, but Mars. And you're going to be happier, more money, and everything. And so you really should connect with me. And you have to pay for that. And that way you're skimming the game. And you'll see that you'll be more responsive. And I send you a weekly kind of recap on how our discussion will be, and it's all about you and how it will help you to be more focused and really think about the things that you desire. I also, if you need a virtual tour, I have 10 virtual tour tips that's available that I can give you. And then also 10 buyer misbeliefs. So when you're working with buyers, you may not know it, but they typically have about 10 misinformed information that you should be aware and probably review these. So for those of you that have buyers, what I would do is say, hey, I'd like to just, review these 10 points, make sure that you understand on this buying and how buyers to educate you, so you're an educated buyer. So I open it up before we get to our next, to our leads program that we're going to talk about. What are some thoughts you have based on all that information and everything? That what sounds like some things that that were helpful to you, or any questions, etc. Thoughts, comments? Oh, come on.
Hey,
Yeah.
it was great information. I'm really excited about the new home builders program, working with new home builders. You're seeing a lot of growth with those builders, a lot of innovation. I'm seeing more and more people feel comfortable about buying something new. They've got more room to be flexible and work with buyers. And there's a lot, when you look at the whole trend of people wanting to move outside the town and get into smaller communities and that, there's a lot of building going on, like Josephine and all the way around there, and Farmersville, and just some really great homes at great value for really great prices. And they brought, like fiber, networking in there. So you've got gigabit, access for remote working, and just building a great community. So I think there's just a lot of opportunity there.
Yes, there is, Craig. Great point. And again, we have an exclusive lead program on how to be able to get with that sales consultant in that development area, and how you to be the preferred agent. And just to give you a little about that you actually do give some of your commission away, and typically it's about $1,000. And remember, the sales price is $84,000 or $81,000 more. So your commission, you're actually still making more money, but you're giving that $1,000 to any buyers that want to do a $1,000 upgrade. And you're going to pay for that. It doesn't cost them any extra money to do it, and the builder just loves you. The agents out there, there may be going into a new home builder sales consultant and say, hey, have you got any leads? And here my card is, and they walk away. This is a true partnership that you build with these sales consultants, and it's all this focus around the sales consultant. And the builders love it, because you're giving them $1,000 on an upgrade, which is a high margin. So the builder wins, the buyer wins, and you win, because they typically have 100, depending on the size, 100, 200, 300 people coming in, buyers coming in every week, and about 10% of those buyers don't have an agent. And so then they recommend you, and then you can sell their house. And I mean, there's all kinds of different things that we can provide. We could help them with credit for free. And, typically they have a mortgage lender already. However, sometimes the mortgage lender can't give a loan to that buyer, whereas we can have a lender do it. So it's really an incredible program, and you'll again be the preferred agent, for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, great point, Craig. Thank you.
Yeah.
Other thoughts?
I've got just an idea. This came to me. I got
Awesome.
this in the mail. It was a free car wash for $20. So what I did was I called up this company. It's not too far from where I live here in Lake Highlands. And I called them up and said, hey, can I get more of these? Because what I want to do is give these out to my clients. And what I did was I made, hey, can you allow me to share my screen real quick? Let me show you a little
Sure. Yeah.
thing that I created.
Do I need to do anything?
It says I'm disabled.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're disabled.
I'm very able once you allow me to.
Let me just see. I'm going to make hosts. Let's see what happens. You want to change the host to Ryan? Yes. Okay, go ahead, Ryan.
Okay.
So you should be able to share now. Yeah, there you go.
So you guys see that. So what I did was I made this little pop by tag that I will put on there. You and your referrals make my business shine, and it's got the information on there. And I'm just going to post that on the on this little free car wash thing and give these out to my clients.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm not paying for any of this stuff, right? And they're going to be good with it because I'm not promoting their car wash and taking it to my clients.
Brilliant.
It's a win-win for them. It's also a business connection as well, a business-to-business meeting. So I think it's always just like being open to opportunities, and when you're open like that, just stuff comes up, and I just create all these kind of fun things, and it it's fun.
That's just awesome, Ryan, and thank you so much. And and you're exactly right. Like I've had many agents, hundreds, whatever, of agents in the past where they're going like, and right now I have agents that are like, oh, I got to get the deal and I got to get a buyer in this thing, and they're all stressed out and they got to get the business. And when you don't come from heart, you're literally pushing it away. You're giving the buyers and sellers wings to buy away from you. And so what you've done is you've said, hey, that I'm just going to be open here. And so what did that flyer came in the mail? Is that where you saw that flyer?
Yeah, I got it in the mail, and I was first kind of like, oh man, that's sweet, free car wash. It's got a little scan thing down here at the bottom. I scanned it so that I could get the free wash. But then I was like, I need to figure out how I can get more of these and give these to my clients as an item of value to them.
Yeah.
And it's just a contact. That's all it is. And
beautiful.
There's just a lot of these opportunities. People are looking to create more business, and a word that you and I have been talking a lot about is growing and expanding. And what we want to do is just grow and expand. And when I've got that on my mind, like growing and expanding, like everything just starts growing and expanding around my business, my relationships, and just do my best to stay focused on the good. And it's not stuff doesn't come up, but it's just like get realigned. Okay, something get realigned here, and this is a good way. I find it's very I don't know, like meditative or something for me to go out and meet with my clients and just drop this stuff off, and it just makes me feel good. And especially after I've gone and given like that, it just gives me a sense of peace and well-being.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And so when you do that, you raise your vibration, your point of attraction by feeling good and giving something to something free to people, some value to others. And like a great quote in our new agent training, in fact, Teresa says, "Hey, let me know what's going on in your life this week and how I can help." And it's not about real estate at all. It's just, how can I help you, you know? And so this idea about, hey, here's a free car wash. I saw this and wanted to give it to you. And that way you stay on top of mind, but more importantly, on top of heart. And then people will remember you, because remember, everybody knows at least 250 people. Out of those 250 people, there's at least 12 people that are looking to buy, that they know, that are looking to buy or sell a home. So when you're on top of mind, that they will then be a magnet to attracting those people and then giving you those referrals. So love it. It's fantastic. What I just shared with you, you'll just have all the business in the world if you just come with heart and just want to help people. But you have to connect with people. So, you know, you can't just talk about, well, I don't know what lead program I'm going to do. Just choose one. And hopefully the one that you like best. And with that, Teresa, I'd like to have you now come and share with us. So again, we have exclusive lead programs. They're free. They're the most effective lead programs. You know, most lead program, realtor.com, whatever, you pay a lot of money, 1 out of 100 closes. These are 80%, 100%, I mean, literally are closing when you get the referral. And this one is, we're going to talk about first responders and the lady with all the heart for first responders, Teresa Price. Good morning, Teresa.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Good to see everyone. Smile. I'm not gonna speak to you till you smile. Oh, Alonia, Paula, those are good smiles. Craig, Ryan, Rob, Greg, yay! It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Okay, so what questions do you have, or how can I help?
Well, I think, why don't, could you just share with kind of an overview of the first responders program on how, why this is so effective and so much heart on what you do with first responders, how you get into police stations and connect with, you know, first responders and get in with fire departments, and how any of us could go to anyone and be able to approach them and share this good news that we provide them. That because these are there's old established organizations, right? So they have millennials coming in, first time home buyers, you know, whatever. They have people retiring, and typically retiring at about age 50, which means then they're looking for another career opportunity, and we can provide them a career opportunity. But can you tell us a little about how do you, you know, where do we start on, if I want to help first responders and I want to also grow my business, where would I start?
I can tell you some ways to get into a police station for sure.
Brian, that's a good one, but we're not looking at bail money here.
So the funny thought that I just had is that 2 doors down, I was leasing a house, 2 doors down, the owner died. And the fire department was there, the police department was there. I went over there to see if I could do anything for the family, and then did, by the way, and spoke to one of the police officers and the firefighter standing out front and gave them my card. Does anybody think that that's tacky?
Oh.
I'm so totally kidding. I was very subtle, but in unison to you, Ryan, yes, we could get arrested, and that would be a really good PR move. I've thought about it a few times.
Well, I'll say that I've gone into several fire stations and police stations, passing out my flyers and cards, and everybody is very nice and very receptive and thinks it's really cool.
Yeah, yeah, you bet. And what we do, we go in and we have the materials for you and everything. Just change out your contact information, your picture, and Teresa is a point person on that. And so probably that would be a first step for you to either contact me or Teresa, and we'll send you the information. But this is really about heart. And so, if you want to help first responders and people that, are in the front line, if you will, with the COVID or, whatever, and just understand the bad publicity about police that, this is the exception. Normally the police are just wonderful. In fact, we have a police officer that's now the agent on right now. And he was the first responder, and he's the kindest, nicest man that I know. And so to be able to go into them and say, hey, we want to help you, and we're going to give you money back. We're going to save you money. And so again, we give a piece of our commission back to them. We have our loan officer, and we have a loan officer really that could impact anywhere in America, but your own loan officer, you can approach them with, would you be willing to give money back on this? And so we have one that gives 1% of the sale price, literally back, and doesn't charge in the back end, whatever. And then we have all kinds of other resources too that we provide. So my mindset for free that they can, we can help them, that, they have their conditions. It's tough for any of us to really realize how challenging it is to be out with the public and to be exposed to COVID and to be able to be sterile when you walk in your house every day. And, there's just all kinds of things that we really aren't aware of. And we're able to give them relief. And like Paula says, you walk in there, they're really with open arms that, hey, here's a nice, kind person who wants to help. And so we help them financially, we help them mentally, emotionally. And so we have a lot of different programs associated to this. So this isn't just us being a realtor and handing a business card and saying goodbye, that we literally help. In fact, this Thursday event that we're having, this is one of the events where we help all of them with their mindset, with solutions, and with answers. And so does anybody have a question like on kind of how to start, or what it is, and any thoughts about that? Teresa, maybe do you want to say more too?
Absolutely. So everybody that has come to me and interested in what's called the First Responder Resources Program, there's a website that's under construction. However, I did a video to explain the program, and the results in the last 60 days have been 5 new first responder realtors at different levels in school, because a lot of them are transitioning or building a business for retirement. And then right now I'm working with probably 6 or 7 different first responders at different levels, 3 that are brand new this week that responded to that video.
And they're
so
buyers. Are they buyers or sellers or
buyers? 3 buyers.
Yeah, right.
2 of them are very young, first-time buyers. Yes. And so I've been very consistent in social media, in personally reaching out to them, in doing what you said earlier, in that expressing my passion and appreciation for what they're doing, and then following up with, how did your week go? You're in my prayers. And so there's been I've been doing this for over a year, and I'm at that point where I've worked with them, which is incredibly rewarding, and to the point where now I'm working with referrals. Just signed a contract last night with a new builder for Paula will be interested in this because she helped me, sweetheart.
Awesome.
They signed a contract. It's the new fire chief in Forney that was referred by the chief of police, who's a client of mine. So once you get 3 or 4 under your belt, and you continue that relationship, which for me, that's my passion in life, is relationships. They will start referring people to you. So it takes a little bit of time. But I think that if you look at my video and making your own video, but really start out with the appreciation and introducing them to the first responder resources.org, by the way.
Okay.
First responder resources.org.
Okay. How can they get that video on LinkedIn, right? And so they could connect with you?
Just go to .org and the video is posted.
Oh, got it. Okay, great.
But the YouTube link is on there. And so anyone that's come to me that's interested, I just say, you know what, I've gotten to the point where I've been very successful with this program. Mirror me. Go into Teresa Price Realtor and look at what I'm posting on Facebook. Go to my LinkedIn site and look at what I've been posting on LinkedIn. Go to firstresponderresources.org and watch the video and create your own video. But I wouldn't just start sending out the video. I would start reaching out to them on social media, looking them up. What Paula did was incredibly effective. I did that in the beginning. That's how I got in with the Collin County Sheriff's Department. And I'll tell you, once you get this going, this crowd is loyal. They only work within their own world. And you could very quickly end up with an entire police department that refers everybody to you. It takes time like any other program, but if you stick with it, just like anything else, even the DFW builder buyer program, I mean, it's always constantly in development, but you have to start somewhere, and starting with the relationship. So also the other thing too is everybody that you know, reach out to them and ask them if they know any first responders that you can contact, so that you can deliver this great news that you now have a resources program. I mean, there are things on there you'll hear in that video that are just outstanding, and we have added more. I'm about to redo it to talk about the new construction and painting company we just added that's run by 2 police officers. We now have a nonprofit organization that offers them free counseling in Fort Worth and Dallas. And the third thing I would say is reach out to people that own businesses that would like to be involved as well, where they could offer some sort of a discount, and we can include them. You just email it to me. We can include them on our first responder VIP vendor list. And that consists of first responder businesses, first responder family businesses, and business owners who are advocates of first responders.
Wow.
So this program has a lot of different facets, which has been the 80% of the success in my business since last November.
Yeah, and she's doing lots of business, folks.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a big core. And, you know, you're contributing to the community in such a big way that people that are not first responders, they're either going to want to get involved or they're going to see you as quite magical. And I get phone calls and emails and responses on social media about how much they appreciate it. But once you start connecting with them, and you do your first one, you're going to be really amazed at when you get involved with the first responder family. You're not going to know this until you do it. It is like incredible, and you'll learn things that will make you even more passionate about working with them.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I've also gotten on my Nextdoor. I've done really well with my Nextdoor app in my area, and noticed that they had a first responder military group. And I found out who the admin was, and I sent him my flyer, and he was very thankful, you know, said he would pass it along. So there's all different ways to reach them.
Beautiful.
Take them one of these flyers, go to the
Yeah.
fire station or police and give them all a free car wash with your, put that little pop by tag on there with your contact information. And
Yeah, where is that car wash, Brian? How do we contact them?
I'll try to put this on here. See that?
Oh, that number 469. So this would be local in DFW, but 469-214-8935. So again, if you want a free car wash, or if you'd like to build your business, you know, you'll save $20 and make thousands of dollars. You know, we have some agents now, approaching maybe $700,000 a year based on the monthly, you know, volume that they're doing. And so you can be that way too. And it's fun, it's easy, it basically is free. And you're just doing such a service. So I love that. So again, firstrespondersresources.org. You can see the video. Follow Teresa Price on LinkedIn and on Facebook. See what she's doing, and you'll see she has really gotten into videos, and videos about 94% of the population will end up buying because they saw a video. So we all need to get into videos and make sure that, you know, we have a YouTube channel, and it's easy, and don't worry about how you look or whatever. Like, you know, I always say, if you think you had a bad hair day, you're the only person that knows that. Nobody else knows it, and they're probably worried about their damn bad hair day.
You've eliminated that, Dr. Hank. Without any hair anymore, you're all good.
So I would like to add something to the videos. When you all look at mine, you're going to notice that I am having fun and super silly. And I get more responses from those videos of people cracking up. Have fun, make a mistake, make a joke out of it. I have some where I didn't even wear any makeup. I was with horses. There's others that I'm walking through a house. You know, you can talk about new construction and go that direction, but mix them up. But I'm telling you, if you send out a video that try to keep it within like a minute or two, people will definitely click on it. And the funner you are, add a joke or whatever, people are looking to laugh right now. They're looking to other people to help them feel lighthearted. You know, one of my biggest responses is every Friday I send out an animal joke with a photo of an animal. I get more responses to that. It's the stupidest jokes you could find. Goats and birds and monkeys, and I mean, it's just. Do you
crazy. Have a quick joke on the top of your head by any chance?
No. I'm terrible at jokes, so I have to talk.
Hey, I've got a really good joke. Or actually, you know what? I don't know if this is a joke or not, but did you guys hear about that actress that was stabbed last night? Her, what is her name?
I don't know, but that sounded too funny.
Is her name Reese? I can't think of her name. Is it Reese?
Well, whatever.
You guys know what I'm talking about? Someone, is it, what's her last name? Is it
Witherspoon?
No, not with a spoon, with a knife.
No.
Gotcha. See,
Brian.
that's the joke.
Oh.
I will find the cutest laughing goat, and then I look up the stupidest goat jokes that are some of them are so bad but I get more shares and comments from that Friday afternoon joke.
Yeah, that's right. And I think, you know, what I like is I sometimes will share with people that let's all just lighten up And that's part of this. And, you know, the most powerful drug in the world for your health doesn't cost a penny. You just need to laugh and you get endorphins. And so you laugh, let other people laugh. Let's all lighten up and realize that, hey, we can have a jolly ride here on our lighted path. We can have all the business, all the relationships, all the love, all the happiness we want. And it really all starts in our mind. And so with that, we're out of time. Any last comment there from anybody before we do a little singing?
I just want to say that this was great. I'm so glad that Rod invited me to join you guys today. I am a new realtor, just became licensed at the end of June. And so this has been like totally awesome. And I look forward to meeting and connecting and just getting to know you all.
Welcome, Alonia. You're going to have so much fun with us. You won't even know you're working.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
You are. That's fantastic. And so remember so a couple of points to write down then that you're in Dallas. Are you
Dallas, yes.
Yeah, okay. So then we're live on September 19th, 11 to 1. And you should email me. I'll put you on our list so you have everything. But my email is drhank@drhank.biz and B-I-Z. And then Thursday, I would plan to be from 11 to 12, and I'll show you the GPS to real estate success. And it's our patented 5-step process for you to have these lead programs and, you know, do all this, but it'll take your business to a whole new thing. And then email me also on the new agent training.
Okay.
I'll send you the first class of training that we have on it. It's tremendous, and it's really pretty much all you really need in order to build your business, because it just is about this connecting with people. And so we have all kinds of goodies for you, Alonia.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. We thank you so much for
real quickly here.
coming.
I just got a lead. This is not even one of the lead programs that we were talking about. You can find out more on it Thursday.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
got a lead sitting here on my phone from one of our leads programs. So you just start telling stupid jokes, like, and having fun, laughing. It's like, it all just starts coming to you.
And then out of the blue, it all starts coming. You know, the Father does the work. The Father does the work. We don't have to do any work. All we need to do is feel good, and all comes. You just need to have trust and faith that that's the case. And so with that, we like to laugh and have more fun. We like to laugh and have more fun.
Like to
As we
have more
increase.
fun. As we increase our income.
Very good. As we increase our income, we expect to have it now.
We expect to have it now.
For we understand how.
For we understand how.
We accept prosperity.
We accept prosperity.
And money finds us easily. And money finds us easily. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Okay, big virtual hugs to everybody.
Yeah.
Kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you all. Thank you so much for being on. That it was glorious. And know that everything that you want is coming your way right now. And have fun, laugh more, lighten up, and know that everything is a joyride if you think so. This is Dr. Hank saying love you all. And I'm going to turn off the recording, but I will still stay on for a couple of minutes. So bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for being on. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, Brian, you need to turn off the recording. You own it.